Well, today we are going to be reviewing Fallout 3 The Pitt, one of the downloadable content, which you can get for 800 points on Microsoft's little online wannabe store. So, The Pitt. This had some problems, so let's just get the problems out of the way to begin with. So, while playing some of the combat scenario, I have noted that some of the NPCs you fight is respawnable. There wouldn't be an issue, except for on more than one occasion, I literally was standing in a room fighting the flood off as they were coming at me. Just had to have a NPC spawn right in front of me or right behind me. So, the good thing about it is, it not going to cut off if you move forward. You just gotta fight to the end. So none of that like old Call of Duty stuff or anything. But just be warned, you will have random NPC popping up around you in combat, which that can get kind of frustrating at points. And the only real other problem is the game started out by showing you that map that looks somewhat decent size, and then you realize, hey, I can only go to like 5 areas. So the problem is with the areas is the level design have obviously stepped up and a lot more detail, especially trying to bring back the metalworking a pitboard in the apocalyptic scenario. But the problem is by these levels is it's easy to get lost and easy to turn around because there's a lot of lamps leading up to places and whatnot. So you can get turned around fairly easy, and it just for these 5 areas, by the end of it you will get an idea where you're going, but it still can be confusing at times. So I guess on to the positive here. The positive is the Fallout. So you know what you're expecting going into it. The only difference is since it's a little more straightforward, it's more focused. So if you had any problem in the past of Fallout being too much and not knowing what to do, this, since it's more streamlined, it's obvious if you that type of person or you that like more of a focused story, you're going to get this in the Pit. Especially when you come up to one certain area, which will give you a very hard choice on what way you want to take the story. And the story is somewhat simple. You get a transmission on your radio of a guy wanting help fleeing some slaves. You go to him, he will tell you about the plague that is going on, that contaminating area, turning everybody into mutants, and asking you to find a kill that it seemed that the dictator of this slave camp have. And Detroit come into what do you do with it killed? Do you turn it over to the slaves and help them, or do you pretty much join the dictatorship and walk beside him as his right-hand man? So, it's a very interesting story somewhat, but the only problem, one side is a little more deeper than the other, because one ending or one story point side you pick will be just literally you do it and you're done, you're over with. And then the other side you pick will add like another 30-40 minutes and like a couple more steps to the final, I guess you could say, boss fight. So depending on which side you go, it how much time you're actually gonna spend here. But just be warned, the game is only if you do everything about 5 hours, maybe 6. If you don't and just do the story stuff, you're looking at about 3 hours. So for about $10, I guess it's somewhat worth it, especially if you more desiring that focused story. So overall, I give Fallout 3 The Pit a 3 out of 5.